I've been discussing how many of the biggest organizations in the world are suddenly claiming they are prepared to use Bitcoin technology over the past few days. Their payment flows are prepared to include it immediately. They are also prepared to begin making investments in these networks. I want to demonstrate to you in this video why XRP will be the most sensible option for the majority of these organizations. Many people choose which cryptocurrency to invest in by giving it far too much thought. In this video, I aim to simplify things for you and demonstrate why XRP is the obvious leader in this market. Towards the end of the video, I also want to show you a very positive development regarding cryptocurrency regulation in the US that is currently very underappreciated. You won't want to miss it, so be sure to click the last button in the video. As I mentioned in the video's introduction, I want to go over the specific reasons why XRP will be the most obvious option for the majority of these big organizations. Many people have been doubting for a while whether or not these large banks would ever become involved in the Bitcoin business. Many individuals believed that these large financial organizations, banks, and investment businesses opposed cryptocurrency. However, over the past few weeks, I have demonstrated on this channel why the biggest organizations in the world require this technology. Cryptocurrencies are ultimately a revolutionary improvement to our financial system. Big banks also need to maintain their competitiveness. As a result, they must use this technology. Furthermore, they claim to be prepared to make network investments. On this channel, I've played the video of BlackRock's Larry Fink saying unequivocally that cryptocurrency will be a means of transportation to safety. Therefore, it is undeniable that major institutions are drawn to investing in the underlying assets and Bitcoin technology. However, I want to demonstrate to you why XRP will be such a clear option. Thus, if we look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies at the moment, let me just briefly go over why XRP stands out among the others. It's critical to realize that there are numerous excellent, lesser-known cryptocurrencies available. Nonetheless, these large institutions require a lot of liquidity because the cryptocurrency market is currently so little and specialized. They will not be examining small-cap coins. They already face enough danger in this market. When they are first venturing into this asset class, they will prioritize the blue-chip, top-tier crypto assets. And the use of the underlying technologies by these institutions only serves to reinforce that. These organizations are unable to use a network with a $100 million market capitalization. The instant they make contact with the network, they will completely explode that market cap. Thus, they must limit their investment to the best cryptocurrencies, the most liquid, the blue-chip ones. These are the ones we will discuss in this video. Thus, let's start with Bitcoin. For these organizations, investing in Bitcoin makes sense. However, how will they actually integrate Bitcoin into their payment services in a significant way? They plan to enable their clientele to make investments in Bitcoin-related merchandise. However, it's becoming clearer to us that institutions are abandoning Bitcoin as a settlement layer on a daily basis. Far too slowly. It is really too ineffective. Furthermore, there was some shocking news earlier today regarding a significant weakness in the Lightning Network. As of right now, the Lightning Network is merely a centralized fix. Therefore, the fact that there is a vulnerability there doesn't surprise me in the slightest, but it does demonstrate that Layer 2 scaling solutions built on top of Bitcoin don't eliminate XRP. Their nature is concentrated. They're disintegrating because they're not completely decentralized, which makes them non-Layer 1. Therefore, it's crucial to realize that these institutions aren't even close to accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment at this time. Ethereum is the next in line, and it too has a lot of problems. Like Bitcoin, it's sluggish, but it costs a lot of money. Consider what happens when the general public begins to use Ethereum in a bull market. The fees explode. Consider the consequences of an actual institution attempting to use Ethereum. It would essentially be useless. They could not possibly use it. No one would be able to utilize the network for what it was designed for, quick and easy payments, because it would become so expensive, so clogged with fees, and so slow. The top 2 cryptocurrencies are therefore available right now, and while they might be investment options for these organizations, there is no way for them to be used for practical purposes. After that, we consider BNB while reflecting on all the commotion surrounding Binance. Do you honestly believe that BNB will be impacted by any US institution? Naturally not. All of it is centralized. Around the world, Seas and Binance are involved in a great deal of turmoil. I just don't think they're going to invest in this product. They will not wish to handle this. BNB carries a huge risk. Furthermore, there is simply no possibility that credible, regulated institutions will be using BNB in any form. So, let's move on to Solana and ignore XRP for the time being. Of course, Solana's technology is capable of competing with some of the most advanced cryptocurrencies, but it is utterly unpredictable. It is continuously declining. It is surrounded by all of FTX's turmoil. Furthermore, this network doesn't seem to be very dependable overall. Despite all of its problems, Solana has managed to maintain a high level of institutional acceptance, which has really impressed me. However, I fail to see how any respectable institution can actually say, hey, we're going to build this all on Solana and not expect there to be massive issues when it comes to a large institution actually adopting these protocols out of the base layer. Thus, I believe Solana has some promise, but they are well known enough to have a strong backup. They put a great deal of faith in the underlying protocol to provide backups. In my opinion, it still has a lot of decentralization to prove. The Cardano guys come next. Simply said, I can't think of any institutional use cases for Cardano. I just don't see institutions participating in any of the Cardano-based projects, ice cream swapping initiatives, or silly NFT products. Therefore, I believe that Cardano has a lot of potential as a retail chain. Simply put, I don't see Tron being adopted by any institutions. I won't even attempt to discuss Tron. Really, there isn't much to say about it. I take it that we have already covered the best cryptocurrencies, and nothing was even close to what XRP was. Out of all of the top-tier crypto assets, XRP is by far the most consistently dependable and quick. In fact, institutional adoption of it is happening right now. Banks are already utilizing XRP and Ripple's ODL-related technologies to expedite and improve the efficiency of payments. Which asset class will the largest financial institutions in the world recognize the value of when they invest in it? They will be able to appreciate the value of using cryptocurrencies for the purposes for which they were intended. They will examine, for example, which cryptocurrency can be used to transfer value. It's not that Bitcoin moves too slowly, though. Ethereum does not have fees that are half as expensive as the payment. Well, how about we head straight to XRP? This asset is utilized by reliable organizations and is the only one in the US with transparency. It is also incredibly fast and efficient. I hope that this has made it clear to you why there is such an obvious option when it comes to these institutions' involvement in the cryptocurrency space and the assets they will prioritize. I believe a lot of people overthink things. They search the bottom 200 for an asset with special qualities. However, these institutions won't be concentrated there in the end. Their attention will be on the blue chips. They will concentrate on cryptocurrencies that have real liquidity because it's important to comprehend the market caps that exist right now. These institutions must invest in the largest networks available since they are the only cryptocurrency in this asset class that are truly liquid enough for them to touch, yet are still so tiny in comparison to what's to come. That should make it very clear what these institutions will be offering when they enter the market. And it should be obvious to you after viewing these videos for the past few weeks that they are coming, and coming very, very big. To wrap up this video, I want to discuss a very positive development that is happening behind the scenes with regard to cryptocurrency legislation. And yes, Tom Emmer is genuinely vying to become the Speaker of the House. Kevin McCarthy, the last Speaker of the House, showed little interest in cryptocurrency. There was hardly no agenda related to cryptocurrencies. However, Tom Emmer is now genuinely attempting to make a career out of speaking. In fact, a lot of people are attempting to become speakers at the moment. It's been a complete, farce. The good news is that Tom Emmer is supported not just by McCarthy, but by a large number of other individuals as well, as he is perceived as someone who is not afraid to challenge the status quo and accomplish tasks quickly and effectively.